Alright guys, here we have an older model Leupold rifle scope. Still pretty common with even today's Leupold rifle scopes. You'll notice this taper right here. Got about an inch of surface area and it tapers down to the zoom knob on the rifle scope. As the scope vision comes, it sits beyond that taper, so you go ahead and you ratchet this down. It's the binding is going to try and pull the scope vision up, which we don't want that. We want that to sit flush against the eye cup. So I'm going to show you guys how to fix that for your Leupold.
Alright guys, so in order to move this whole ratchet assembly back or forwards, what we first have to do is we have to pull the strap out of the ratchet. So pull that out, and now you'll see that there's two screws that it just revealed. You have the one screw going through the ratchet and the one screw going through this strap clip. So what we want to do is we want to take these out. It doesn't matter which one you do first because they all got to come out. Just take the Allen wrench that was provided with the kit. Go ahead and loosen this and take it right off. Just like that. Try and keep it all together though, so you don't mix up screws or anything, so we'll set that aside. Now we go ahead and we take the ratchet one out. So we'll go ahead, loosen this. Alright, now once that's most of the way out, you can go ahead and just use your thumb, pull that the rest of the way out. There is a rubber grommet and also a washer in between the screw and the beam, so make sure that those stay in place for later. So we'll set that aside there as well. We're going to go ahead and take off this C3 adapter as well so you can access things easier. So this piece right here is called the saddle, and so this is the piece that we're actually going to be moving back so it has more surface area with the Leupold scope. So there's 4 screws. There's one here, 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 and right there. So we'll go ahead and remove all those. Now that we have all 4 screws removed, we're going to go ahead and just pop the saddle off of there. Now what we have to do is we're going to take the saddle, so it was sitting right here before, we're actually just going to shift it back. And as you can see, there's no places to put screws back here, but that's okay because 2 screws up here is going to hold it just fine with how far back that is. We're going to pop this rubber thing off just to make it easy. So go ahead and push that as far back as you can. So it's going to be this first hole right there is what we're going to put the screw in. So just off from that. Now go ahead and put 2 screws in, one here and one on the other side. Alright, now that we have those 2 screws in place, you can go ahead and see that's pretty solid right there. So now the next step is to take the ratchet and the strap and put that back on. So what we have to do is we're going to put these in that hole right there, second from the back. So we'll go ahead and do the ratchet first. Just push that through, go ahead and line it up and then tighten that down. Just try and make sure that the rubber grommet and the washer stay in place. Alright, now that that's on, we'll go ahead and put the strap clip on. If you've messed it up at all, it's really easy to put back through. You just take the bottom of the strap clip and you want to take the other side of the strap, so you flip it over so it's upside down. Now you take and you just put it underneath this first tab and then over this little indent right there, or the extrude. And then go ahead and take this flat hex screw, put it through right there, and then we just put it on the hole right away from the ratchet right there, and then just tighten that in. Maybe. Alright, now that that's attached, we're going to just go ahead and take this strap and go right up through the ratchet. So you go right through there, right up the back, and then before we put it all the way down, we're going to want to lift it up and just take and put this Allen wrench back in here. So we'll just go ahead, place it in one of these holes up here, wherever there's not a screw, put it in. We'll actually move this one back since the saddle's further away, and then just go ahead and put the strap down into the strap clip and you're good to go. You just take it, and then note, you do want to ratchet this before you put the adapter on. That way, because if you look right now and you try ratcheting it, it starts to hit right there since this is closer. So we're just going to pop this off. When you put it on your scope, you're going to ratchet this down first. Once you get it to where you want it, you're going to take this, make sure that this little extended knob screw is facing up. Just go just like that when you're on your scope and you're good to go. Okay.
Alright guys, so we got that all moved forward, so it's good to go for the taper of this rifle scope. As you can see, our C3 adapter is in the way of ratcheting our binding here down to the scope. So we just loosen this yellow set screw here. That C3 adapter comes right off. We can then take and slide that right on, ratchet that down nice and tight. We do have to leave a small gap here for the distance because we are still dealing with the taper of this spotting scope. We get that nice and tight there, take our C3 adapter, and it slides nice and easy right back into place. Go ahead and put your phone on there and adjust your eye relief.